suppression embedded in systemic structures presentation. Multicultural efficiency scale. I had many thoughts as I answered the questions on the multicultural efficiency scale. It helped me realize that I still need to continue educating myself about other cultures to help the students I work with. I need to set aside time to study and talk with others to develop plans and actions when something goes awry. I want to be a teacher that anyone can come up to for help, regardless of their background. How has bias impacted others I work with? I work with a multitude of students of all different races and cultures. I occasionally struggle to understand why some students act or say the things they do. As a result, I sometimes freeze up in the moment or react really confused, to which the students recognize and either frustratedly explain themselves or laugh at me and do something different. This reaction may make students of different races or cultures feel as though I don't value them as much as other students. Another topic I feel is related to how I deal with racist jokes. Teaching in a town that is largely rural, a lot of these jokes are thrown at each other, and I struggle with explaining why they aren't allowed to make those jokes. Not being able to communicate the issue of these hurtful jokes can seriously impact our diverse students who might be the target of them. This could affect their self-worth and mental health. This also normalizes racism. I had a black student try to argue that he could make racist jokes and use slurs because he was black. He believed that since the joke doesn't offend him, it won't offend others. I struggled to explain that's not how the world works. However, I feel my explanation was lacking because he continued to make jokes with his friends, and all I could do was write them up. Achievement gaps. Our minority percentage is so low in our school that these gaps are difficult to see. They do exist, however, small. According to usnews.com, Troy Buchanan has 12.6% minority enrollment and has economically disadvantaged students at 18%. Thinking about this, the majority of our school staff is also white. This includes counselors and admin. Our school utilizes outside organizations to come in and help with our struggling and disadvantaged students. We also have English as a second language classes to assist with our non-English speaking students. I think the leading problem is that we as a staff don't have a lot of knowledge or celebrate other cultures since our minority enrollment is so low. Our district utilizes one-time practices, or what I need. This gives students a chance to receive additional help from other students or teachers. During this hour, teachers can request students that are struggling in their classes so that they may provide them with an intervention to keep them from falling even more behind. In addition, they also utilize SAM tutors. These are above average performing students that volunteer to tutor their peers. A student can request one, and they come and tutor them in the students' classrooms. Teachers also once a month meet with their Times grade level principal with a list of students that are considered at risk of falling behind, struggling with their social emotional health, or have low attendance. These put kids on the school's radar, and they meet with them periodically. Several students can better receive help through this as you now have the list of students and a team ready to talk to them and help them out the most they can. Systemic structures. We need to look at the data to understand why these problems exist. This means we need to study and understand things like race, gender, and how much many people have, and where they live, and see how they're affected. We also need to listen to people who are facing these issues to understand their experiences better. Once we understand the problems, we can then speak up about them to make changes. We can also work with different groups like charities, businesses, and the community to develop solutions. Changing how we teach and learn about these issues can help too, by ensuring everyone knows why it's important to treat everyone fairly.